Take care, yeah. Live on YouTube talking about politics if you're interested. No? Excuse me, sir. Jesus, man. Hello, mate, you right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, just talking about politics today, if you would like to have a chat.
All right, well, I've only got 2 minutes and I'm starting work in a
Oh,
second.
brilliant.
Yeah.
And basically, just going to ask your perception on the far right and whether you see it as a real thing in England or whether you've seen actually any real manifestation of the far right around your
I've not
zone.
seen any manifestation of the far right near where I live, but obviously it's a growing concern. It is. More
What are the
prevalent on
concerns
news.
of the far right? What do you believe the far right are going to bring in sort of cultural changes?
Well, I think it's just more emphasis on immigration, on migration, on legal and so-called illegal migration as well. So more persecution of people. I think more open discussion of racism as well that you see on the news and on TV and different programs on the internet as well. I think it's a way of making the language which is unacceptable more acceptable. I think with the growth of the right.
I personally believe that a lot of the propaganda surrounding the far right is a bit unjust in the sense that those people who were concerned about their children who were stabbed, it's understandable to come out and do a vigil about it, but that for them to be called Nazis and scum for being negative about immigration, I think is a bit too far of a push of a label to call them racist because they want to preserve the resources of their local communities for their local communities first.
If people have got those concerns, that's fine. If they want to preserve their communities and have access to healthcare, education, all of those things which they say
as a priority.
No, I think if they say that, that's not a problem. They shouldn't be equating that though with migration or with race.
Well, why not?
Or with any other issue.
Why not?
Because it's a problem of funding from central government.
No,
if there's a problem with say access to healthcare, which I've had a problem with access to healthcare for one of my sons recently. It's not because of people coming into the country or because of racism.
Because of Tories cuts and stuff like that, maybe.
It's because
outsourcing and NHS being destroyed.
Lack of funding.
Of course, I would totally agree with that. But an individual who's actually suffering the negative aspects of immigration should be allowed to shout like they do for Palestine. I'm saying they should be allowed to shout from the rooftops about immigration as a negative without being chastised and ostracised from the community and their economy.
Well, obviously that's your opinion, but
well, don't you agree?
I agree in free speech. I agree in free speech. So people should be able to say what they like.
I can tell you've got a lot of integrity.
I just don't agree that if people have got concerns, the first thing they need to look at is immigration, blame immigration. The migration to this country has brought so many benefits in terms of the easiest solution that people have is to say people move to this country and they sign on the benefits. No
one's saying that.
No, people do say that.
It's actual housing, 700,000 houses.
I know people who've made that argument. They say our lives are bad because of migration.
No, they don't say that. They don't say that.
No,
they say that there are people that are homeless that aren't being homed. There are veterans that aren't being homed.
But that's not a problem of migration.
Oh,
that's a problem of lack of funding.
It's a problem of priorities. It's a problem of priorities, sir. It's been brilliant talking to you.
It's a problem of funding.
Priorities.
And it's about priorities.
Thank you very much for your time. You've been very kind. Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your time and your thoughts. It's called Knots Online. Thank you. Knots Online. I unfortunately don't agree with him. I don't agree with him. I believe that, when